Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming to visit me today. I've had a really fun couple of days. I'll tell you. Usually, I don't like the attention. I don't like all eyes on me. I'm not that person. I like to snuggle away at home, work with some fibers, and it seems like when my birthday comes around, everybody, I appreciate it, but everyone wants to get together and hang out. I do better in little bits. That sounds so ungrateful. Thank you. Thank you, absolutely, everyone who thought of me and sent me birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. Started out fun. So my birthday was yesterday, Tuesday. And Monday when I got home from work, I was thinking, oh, wow, I got an overnight shift, and then I have a day shift, and work, busy. But when I got to the front door, there's a huge Amazon box. It was sent all the way from Louisiana. It was from Amanda, Tap Mama 73 in the Big Brigade, and Eva, my besties. I got the box opened. What did I find? Okay, a couple weeks ago, I was showing you guys I found those, what are they called? Those butter cookies that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. And I know, there's tons of sugar in them. So I nibbled on them and spaced them out, and I still have some. But I bought it because it had a dandelion wish on it, and I just thought that was the cutest thing in the whole world. Well, when I opened the Amazon box, oh my goodness, look at that. A huge tin of my favorite cookies, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be dangerous. Then I got to looking at this tin. This tin's a little different than the typical. Usually it's a very, I think they're Danish? Danish. They're Danish butter cookies. Looking, Chalk Zero. Well, that's a very familiar brand to me. Where do I know that brand? It is keto friendly. It has 1 gram of sugar for 4 cookies. And let me tell you, man, I wish YouTube had smell-o-vision. When I cracked this can open, oh, that's them. They nailed it, man. They really got the recipe spot on. These are my favorite. The swirly ones, because they crumble in my mouth. I'm going to set this one over to the side. Because this morning I'm also drinking a very, very special coffee. The besties sent Door Country coffee grind. Now, cookies and coffee, that's how you know somebody's really loves you. This one is s'mores. Cheers. In an ice cream cup. Hobby Lobby find. I have s'mores. This one's churro, which I'm really looking forward to because you know that's cinnamony goodness. I didn't add anything to my coffee. I had no extracts. They're just a splash of heavy whipping cream because it's lower carbs than half and half. S'mores. There's s'mores, churro, vanilla almond. What? That sounds like something I would try to create at home. Delicious, less work. Blackberry shortcake. Oh, I love blackberries. One summer, the girls and I picked buckets and buckets of blackberries, and we made blackberry jam. So good. Blueberry cobbler. I will be enjoying that cup with you. And raspberry almond. Did I say that one? That one sounds amazing. Absolutely delicious coffee. The whole house smells absolutely amazing. So good. And look at this. Look at it. Oh man, that was a smell good box. I'm gonna scoop these to the side, but just a little bit because we'll be coming back to those. My Tuesday started off amazing. We got bubble bath, we have an ocean candle. It's all the beach, which got me thinking, man, I wish my schedule wasn't so jammed packed and that I could go sit at the beach. But what's the next best thing is closing your eyes and treating yourself well. Thank you so much, Amanda and Eva. I really, really appreciate it. And then at 12:30 on my birthday in the morning, a.m., I got a text message with a Louisiana song of a happy birthday. Man, Eva can sing. If I get her here to visit, here in California, we're going to go to the Rusty Porthole and sing some karaoke because that lady can sing and she enjoys every moment of it. Thank you, thank you. Ooh. So then I took a short nap. Those are coming up next. They don't want me to forget them. And then I took a nap slept for about 5 hours. My husband made a delicious dinner. And then I got up and I took a drive over to Rio Vista. Let's see. Took a drive over to Rio Vista, worked my hours there. And then unfortunately I got a phone call that I had an unexpected day off on Tuesday. We won't get into that. This is a positive video. And so, well, then I got to spend a little time with you because I wasn't rushing to get home and get my 2 hours sleep before the next shift. So you and I had coffee bean and I showed you some yarny items that I was working on late the night, Monday into Tuesday. It all blends together, right? And then, when I got home, I was tired. You know, I worked an overnight shift, but I didn't want to waste the day. And as a mom, I know how to function low key when I'm tired. And I thought, well, you know, I still got that beach in my mind. So I packed a lawn chair and some snacks and some water, and I head to the beach. I got to the beach, sat down, relaxed, enjoyed. I did take that big spool of black yarn with me and kind of fumbled around with just some little stitch samples, just ripping it out, putting it back, trying to see how many plies. I got some terminology now. I think for a fingering DK weight, I want to make it 3 because that wool has some loft in it. Use my size D hook. I want my first project with one of those spools. So 3 is just folding and looping it. I can hand do that and then cake it as I go and work it as I go and not even cake it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a crop cardigan. And I have some very, very pretty Halloween hobby yarn that Cindy at Pups and Crochet sent me. I am going to make wings on a crop cardigan, and it's rainbowy, or not rainbowy, it's green, purple, and black, and it's glittery. And I love Halloween. Halloween's my absolute favorite holiday. And I think that if it had wings, you know, butterfly, a dragon, bats can have pretty wings too if they're sassy enough. I was just thinking it would be an awesome October cardigan when it starts to get into the cooler months here in California. It'll be wool and I'll do it airy. I think it'll be perfect. So I'm on the hunt for a cardigan, crop cardigan top. So that I was thinking about that yesterday. So then start sprinkling at the beach. And, you know, I can enjoy a beautiful day. It doesn't always have to be sunny. All the shades of gray, the clouds rolling in, watching the tide surge. It's all beautiful at the beach. But it's time to go. Getting a little bored. So there's a few thrift shops between the beach and my house. I stopped at a hospice thrift store. What it is that sometimes when people pass, they donate items to hospice, and it's run by volunteers, and they shelf the items and sell the items, and then the money goes back into the program to help benefit people that may not be able to afford comfort care later in life. And so I fully support hospice thrift stores. They're everywhere. And so when I walked in, I have a few sections that I always go to. I go to crafts, looking for my crafts, and then I go to cookware. I go to cookware because I'm a collector of pretty things. And we're sitting in the living room today because you have a pretty good view of my kitchen. So in my kitchen, I have this awkward half display wall between the kitchen and the dining room. And I love copper Jello molds, but you have to be picky with your collections or you quickly become a hoarder. So all of my Jello molds, my foot fell asleep. Wake up. I collect ocean sea themed Jello molds. My guys are fishermen. Brandon goes out as much as he possibly can, and Ryan just loves collecting lures and being on the boat with his dad, and we love the fresh fish, right? We're fishermen. So I collect, and through my travels, I found all the fishes. We got the archback fish, we have the little koi fish, we have panfish, all kinds of fish. I will include a picture at the end of my collection. I've been doing this for quite a while. And so I haven't found any in quite a while. I don't know what's been going on. Maybe it's been 6 months since I've found anything at all. Well, maybe not that. Seems like a while. So when I got to the kitchen section, I could see some pink. So the lighter pink are newer, which I don't mind. I love all the shades of the coppery pinks and reds. Sometimes they get really, really deep, rich orange. The seahorse, the all elusive seahorse. I have a seahorse Jello mold, and it was $1. Are they insane? $1 for pure joy and happiness and add to my collection? Heck yeah. I spent $1. And I like to set them down like this so they don't get scratched. When you find them in the stores, they're always turned over because it's convenient to stack things in them. Look at that crab. Isn't he awesome? He kind of looks like a pair of lips, huh? So I found the seahorse. I found the crab. And then I was poking along and walking along, and I saw something I've never seen before. A zodiac. A zodiac. What? It's got no markings on it. It's the really, really bright. This one was $3, so I had to have it. He's got a crab, and we've got fish, and a scorpion could look like a lobster. Loosely, right? Loosely translated. I bought it. It works. It's unique. It's quirky. It does have some of the theme. It's my kitchen. It'll work. So I'm quickly running out of space. I may need advice on where I should start filling in gaps. You can see the bit that I've chosen is the window to the back door, and then starting the length of that, splitting the kitchen from the dining room. I'll put a picture. So then I left the hospice and I went to another little thrift store. I think there's like 5 or 6 thrift stores between. I stopped at a generically named thrift store called Family Center. And when I walked in, I could see they don't usually have yarn. If they do, it's little scrap balls of red heart or something I'm not too interested in. But I saw they had a huge selection of baskets, like Easter baskets. And in one of them, I could see some yarn hanging out. I'm not sure how to say this. I'm not sure if it's an N Sandines. See, I'm not sure if their N's or the slashes are a different letter. Sandnes. Garn. 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 Line. The Norwegian Yarn Factory since 1888. 99 cents. The color is lime, I think. It's just a really pretty ropey. It's very soft. It does have in English 53% cotton, 33 viscose, and 14% linen. Been working on a lot of hats and other items for the Decades project. This is too nice to be kitchen cotton, but I thought that this would be incredible maybe for another use. And it's always interesting to have a ball of something unique in your display. So I got that. And then I could see two little hankies smiling at me. So this is Jade Sapphire Exotic Fibers. What? Does Joe Exotic use this? No. He does not. Probably not. Where is this from? I saw on one of these, product of Inner Mongolia. Yes, it's Mongolian cashmere, 100% cashmere 4-ply. But look at the colors. We got those moody blues, some purples, got some blotches of a really dark gray that combine them. This is delicious. Isn't that nice? $1. They had no idea. They could have pulled a real fast one on me. I would, after I had them in my hand and I was rubbing them on my face, they could have charged me anything they wanted and I would have paid it. Lucky me, it was only $3. And look what I found. I washed it. It is a little big on me, my armpits here, but that is the style. This is a hand knit sweater. It is hand knit because when I pulled it off the shelf, I have an undershirt on. Okay, guys, take it easy. We're not that kind of internet channel. Someone took care and sewed in their ends on this knit sweater. It is 6 rows knit and then 1 garter stitch ridge. They used 2 different shades of gradient yarn. It starts out as this blue with purple in it, and it fades down to this light purple with minimal blue in it. And then that's the garter stitches, the ridges. And then the knit rows is this burgundy pink fading into this deep, rich plum. And the neckline, they did, let's pull it apart a bit. They did a neckline, which is just knit, and then they left a ridge, and then they did another raglan increasing neckline. When they were done, they went back and picked up that ridge and did another little rolled, you know how knit tends to roll on itself, another little roll. So the collar is these 2 magnificent rolls, get hair out of the way, that fits me perfectly. It is so cozy, comfy. So the shoulders, they've got these long knits, and then they're coming down on both sides. So with that nice little feature, my shoulders are always sitting on my shoulders. I don't have this tugging where it's pulling forward or it's pulling back. No idea what that's called, but you know, in raglan style, you're going circle, 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 split for your armholes. But whatever this is, this design, this feature is incredibly comfortable. This ridging is holding this sweater. Brought it home and washed it and spun dry it. And then I put it in the dryer for no heat spin and spun all the liquidy out of it. And this morning this is nice. And then the sleeves, they just worked and back and forth. They're a little tight on me, but whoever made this sweater, if you're out there, I have no idea how it landed at a thrift store, but thank you. because it has landed on a body that's loving it, appreciating it, and I'm living in it. Oh, look how beautiful it is. This is a lot of work. This is a lot of work, and I'm so happy to have it. Every little itty bitty bit of it is worth so much more than the whole $5 I bought it for. The yarn alone, oh, to buy a sweater quantity of these two beautiful colors, and I don't even know, it had to have been more than just 2 hanks, right? And I'm not sure if I put it in the front or the back, but I know it's handmade. It has to be handmade because all the ends that are sewn in, you've taken so much time and care to put those in there. And right here is where that first ridge kind of started. You can see there's like this little bit of a loop that pulls out where they started this neckline ridge piece that starts and comes all the way around. Right here on this little loop, I'm gonna put a tag. I'm gonna put a tiny little cloth tag, and on it I'm gonna write handmade, so that, I don't know, if I accidentally leave it somewhere or it parts my life in some way, the next person that comes across it will know this is a nice piece. Hold on to it. And then I wandered off to another thrift store closer to home. I have a chicken mold. She's a big fat chickie hen, and she's away from my fish because chickens love to eat fish. So I have her actually on a cupboard on the side of a cupboard. I found a rooster to go with my hen. Hopefully someday they have 100 little baby copper chicks. It says chicken mold, $3. Kind of hurt his self-esteem to be called a chicken, but you know, honey bunny, I don't think they knew as much as I do. You're a rooster and you're gonna look adorable with my hen. And he's a nice, deep, rich red, and he's an older one. We have the metal, the brushed metal on the inside. So we got him. Then I went to, I think I went to a couple more. Just walked around, poked around. I was getting pretty tired, but I didn't want to go to sleep. I don't want to waste my day away, you know? It's not very often I get a day off and a birthday, and those unexpected day offs, those blow your schedule wide open. They're free days. You could do anything you want to do. Why go home and sleep? My last thrift store, I found a nautical shell. Look at that. So I've looked at these on eBay. I've put a few bids on some of these styles on eBay, and they just creep and crawl right up. They get so high in price. I've seen them on Etsy, but you know, with shipping on a larger item, this is definitely a larger shell. They just creep up, and I really love the adventure of just wandering around a store and like seeing a little corner of it and going, oh, what is it? What is it? It's lovely. I love that feeling. That's why I'm a collector, right? So that was fun. That was exciting. I'm over thrilled with all those in one day. Unbelievable. So I got home. It was about, I don't know, we're getting quickly working to the time when school gets out and everyone starts filtering into the house. And when I got home, I went in the dining room and I noticed these birthday chicken cupcakes Nola made. Look at the little beak. And Lily cut these little queen princess crowns on them. I took some pictures when they were nice and fresh. I noticed the beak is getting a little droopy. It's a little cut of sugar-free caramel. They're not sugar-free cupcakes, but it's sugar-free beak in the caramel. I'll put the pictures at the end. Aren't they cute? Oh, oh, oh. Stay there, chicky, chicky. Then, I don't remember if we opened presents or if we went to dinner. I think we opened presents. Got a new candle. It's lavender lemon. Man, I wish you could smell. It's a pretty color. It smells like fresh lemonade, little lavender, like the sun's been hitting it. What else did my family find for me? I love these. Sugar-free, white peach. It is a liquid IV. It is a electrolyte drink mix. It is a very subtle flavor. It's amazing with a tall glass of ice. Sometimes I mix it with the little, make a little iced tea or sun tea and add those in with it. Oh, man, what a good drink. And it makes a lot. Like the packets, I can water them down a bit. I know, defeats the purpose, but some of these hydration drinks get pretty expensive. So if I can make it last and sip on it longer, it's better for my body to absorb it if I use a little bit all through the day rather than just gallon drinking, right? Delicious. If you have a chance or you see these at the store, give them a try. White peach. I have tried some of their liquid IV other drinks. Don't like the lime one, the lemon lime one. They have other flavors, but man, the peach is my favorite. So they really treated me special on that. And oh, look at this birthday card that I got. Oh, it's watercolored in all my favorite beautiful colors. Look at that dark teal and purple together. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful card. Thank you, thank you. And Isaiah came over and he gave me some chocolates, my favorite brand. It's not sugar-free, but it is worth every tiny little nibble, and really it's such a rich, delicious chocolate. You only need like a tiny little nibble. Tony's chocolate. These come to our grocery outlet often, and I saw them last Christmas and I thought, oh, that would be good, but I didn't grab them. Well, grocery outlet gets items in that are marked down at a really low price. They're not expired. So when a manufacturer has makes too much and it's not sold, when they're delivered, if they're not all sold to large corporate grocery stores, they make a quick deal and they sell it to the local grocery outlet at a discount price, and then they can sell them at a discount price. So it's not an old expired item necessarily. Sometimes they get things that are close to expiration date, but not all their whole store. If it's a dented can, they'll sell it there. Milk chocolate caramel sea salt, milk chocolate nougat. Hold on, my mouth is already watering. Dark chocolate almond sea salt, milk chocolate hazelnut, and 70% dark chocolate, which your higher percentage of chocolate tends to have less sugar in it, but it's chocolate, who cares? I want to try them all. Yeah, crazy about chocolate, serious about people. The Tony's Chocolatery, we exist to end the exportation of cocoa industry. They are 100% fair market. As fair as fair can be. Had a wonderful day. We went out to dinner. We went to a tiny little house on the Delta Water. It's called Mac's Old House. It's a biker bar. It's a house, and when you walk in, so the entryway, they've set up this long bar, and then where the living room, there's a fireplace, and they set up tables. And as you meander down through where the kitchen is the kitchen and the dining area, and they've turned bedrooms into bathrooms, and it's just a small little house, and they've turned it into a restaurant. The restaurant only has 4 or 5 things on the menu, and one of them is calamari steaks served with steamed vegetables with just a little butter, salt, and pepper on them. And then when you first sit down, they always bring you a basket of bread and butter. And then they bring you a huge bowl with a big serving spoon and bowls. It's all family style in the beginning. And it's minestrone soup. Oh man, it's amazing. It's the kitchen soup. All the vegetables, all the ground beef, and they throw in some noodles with amazing rich tomato sauce. Oh, it's amazing. Then they bring a vinaigrette salad, and the best part about the salad is the little slice of salami they put on it. And then I ordered the calamari steak, They do ribeye and they had a salmon dish. Oh, they do a ground round. Kids like those, just a burger patty. It was wonderful, wonderful. I had a drink. I had a Irish coffee, right? Irish coffee. I was exhausted from the day, and I just figured, you know, how do the Irish take their coffee? I'm telling you, those Irish love to party. They've got to love to party with a kick like that. We have a little drive-through restaurant or drive-through coffee shop. It's called Dutch Brothers, and they're known for their fancy, flavorful drinks. And when I go, I always get a sugar-free Irish kicker. I didn't realize an Irish coffee is already a kicker. It looked like a little cup of chocolate milk. It was delicious. It was good. I drank it. That would have been a good night for karaoke, huh? I'm not a singer. Wonderful night. Came home, enjoyed the evening with my family. Thought about you guys. Hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful day. I remembered that on my last video where we sat and chat, at the very end, I remembered to show you Sir Stanley. I know, he's been knighted. When you're jewel encrusted like this, you've been knighted. Let's see. We brought back the glittery boot, the green glittery boot. I made this little beaded handle charm for him. It was going to be just like the little bracelet bands that we put here, but some of these beads got pretty big. I'll bring it closer. It says good luck. It's got some of these little jewel beads on it. These look like different shades of jade. And I found some little purple hearts in. That says luck. Good luck. And then the crocheted bit. I found a tutorial for edging, borders and edging, and it was these tiny little 3-leaf clovers. So I started in with the gold band. This is some vintage, not Aunt Lydia's, crocheting thread. I think it's crocheting. It was a tiny little spool and it said crocheting, I think, on it. So it's gold. It's that foily, metallic-y, scratchy stuff that you really don't want to use on clothes. And so then I did this little 3-leaf clover border all the way around. And Hobby Lobby's buttons, I made it a little too long. I should have moved the button over so that it would pull it tighter. Don't like it when Stanley's mug hug gets droopy. I don't think it looks very nice. So I should have moved the button back, but hindsight. When I'm creating the mug hugs, I need to make sure that I go around the border to clean it up. I need to make sure I make the button loop last. That way it's adjustable. That way I can pull out too much length, because this loop has to be long enough to go all the way around my button. But if I make it too long or too short, it doesn't reach all the way around, and then I've got this unsightly little loop right there, which we're not always perfect. Stanley tends to try to be his best, but we're not always perfect. So Hobby Lobby button, see, it says everyday low price on their buttons, and some of them are marked like $3.49, and then some of them go down to like $1.19 or something like that, and then it says everyday low price. So they group the lower priced ones are all 99 cents. So we're diamond encrusted with a bunch of different tones of green in there. We're looking good, right? We're not done. So on Etsy, I found this resin designer, Hooked on Wishing Crochet, and she put all these beautiful white flowers in there for me. I think I showed that when it came in the mail, but with all the green and gold, we're looking good. And then I've got my little tulip topper. Make sure no spiders or leggy things or dust gets in my water cup. So Stanley and I have been wandering around the world fully hydrated. I don't put anything but water in Stanley. So when I have my liquid IV hydration drinks, it'll be in a beautiful glass. I think that when you drink out of a pretty vessel, it stays in your mind as sip, 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 because it's something pretty, it's something unique. It's therapeutic, it's self-care kind of to stay hydrated. And if it's fun, if you have something pretty, it stays in your mind. You tend to sip a little more than just something that you set to the side and out of sight, out of mind. I don't know. I've been fully hydrated for quite a few years, and I giggle and get excited over a new cup, right? Your cup matters, your mug matters. Thank you. Thank you for visiting with me for 35 minutes. I better get dressed. I better go start the day. Oh, the kids also gave me a pair of pajamas. Yeah, some pajamas, and they match top and bottom, and they're dark, dark blue, and they're so soft, man. I slept really good last night. I did. Yep. I am 43. 43. Yep, 43 this year. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. 20s were pretty rough. Teenage years were so confusing. 30s, we were getting established, is still pretty rocky. 40, seen it. It'll be fine. Thank you for visiting with me. I really, really appreciate you coming by. Take care. When we meet again, I'll have more yarny things to show you because I've got ideas brewing and getting going. Enjoy the pictures at the end of this video. I'm going to add the kitchen. What else did I say I was going to add? I'll go through the photo scroll. Take care. Bye-bye.